So you've been doing your research, and Huntersville, North Carolina might be the place for you. Huntersville is known as one of the best suburbs outside of Charlotte, and I'm going to go into some of the reasons why that is. But if you're looking to purchase a home here in the Huntersville area, I'm going to be highlighting the top 8 neighborhoods that you need to be looking into if you're planning on making the move. And stick around for number 1, because I'm going to go into detail why this is so much different than any other neighborhood in the rest of Charlotte and the surrounding areas, and why you're going to love it. I'm 𝗖𝗀 your local real estate agent here in Charlotte, North Carolina and South Carolina. And if you've been looking for everything Charlotte, you've come to the right channel. Go ahead and like and subscribe and stay up to date on everything you didn't know you needed to know about Charlotte. Now, I get calls, texts, emails from people just like you who are looking to sell their home here in Charlotte or make the move to Charlotte. So if that's you, all of my contact information is in the description below. I would love to help you, and I really do answer all my text, emails, and Zoom invites. So whether it's 9 days or 90 days, whether you're moving across the world, across the country, or just scooting across town, I'm here to make your move everything you want it to be. Let's go ahead and dive into this video. I'm going to be highlighting the top 8 best neighborhoods in Huntersville, North Carolina, and I'm going to share with you some of the details that make each of them unique to their own and might make one of them the perfect place for you to call home. Let's go ahead and dive in to number 8, Vermillion. Vermillion is in my number 8 spot for many reasons, and honestly, it was hard to decide which order these really had to go in because they're all so wonderful. What I love about Vermillion is the fact that it is a close-knit community. Set to the east side of I-77, it's also very convenient to the little downtown of Huntersville itself. It's a family-oriented neighborhood that offers commercial and retail spaces, restaurants, bars, you name it, to truly give it that very neighborhood feel, even though you're in a development. One of the best advantages to Vermillion is the fact that you are literally about a 5-minute drive to I-77. So no matter where you have to go, whether you're planning on further north up to Mooresville, out to the lake, or down to Charlotte, you've just cut your time drastically than some of these other communities that are a little further inset to the west of I-77. Now, there is a new Vermillion and an old Vermillion. Don't worry, they're all the same Vermillion. But you'll notice that some of the styles do change, as do the prices. In addition to that, some of the models and sizes are also a little different. So let's talk numbers for a second. These homes were starting construction in the 2000 era and moving up into the 2020s. So you're gonna have a wide variety of finishes inside each of these homes, especially if they haven't been updated. Now, the homes at Vermillion are priced from the low to mid 500s to the upper 600s. So it gives a very reasonable option for most families looking to move to the area. Now, moving on from Vermillion, we're gonna head to our number 7 spot, which is Skybrook. Now, Skybrook, I wasn't sure if I should put on this list or not, but it truly is in Huntersville, and it is a beautiful community. One of the biggest features that I love about Skybrook are the beautifully tree-lined streets. Now, with individuals that are looking for new construction and newer homes, the biggest thing that I hear back is, yeah, but I want to make sure that it's a more mature neighborhood. Well, Skybrook is that neighborhood, with mature trees running most of the streets and a beautiful 18-hole golf course with driving range. This not only has the golf features, the maturity, but also the amenities, pool, clubhouse, you name it, it's got it. Skybrook is situated on 1,100 acres, and it allows the homes to be set on lots that are more spread out than many of the other neighborhoods in the Huntersville and surrounding areas. This means you're not gonna be sharing coffee with your neighbor out your window at 8 o'clock in the morning. Aside from the beautiful architecture and the grounds themselves with walking trails and more, the amenities are incredible. Of course, I mentioned golf, which is important, but what about the rest of the family? Well, they have a fitness center, pools, water slides, fishing ponds, picnic areas, basketball, and tennis. Yes, all on site, and all accessible to those who live in Skybrook. Some of the other amazing features about Skybrook is its proximity to Charlotte. So where it's oriented is not very far from Highland Creek, which is in Charlotte. It's one of the first planned communities in Charlotte, actually. And there's grocery right across the street. There's plenty of shopping and dining. and you're right up the road about 15 to 20 minutes from the lake and about 20 to 25 minutes into downtown Charlotte. All this together makes it a very convenient and a beautiful place to live. Once again, let's talk about the numbers. Skybrook is in a world of its own when it comes to pricing with their homes. It ranges from the upper 600s into the 1.2 millions. That's right, and that is a wide range. The benefit to this is you've got those of completely different backgrounds, of families, those that are retired, and everyone in between, all in this community enjoying what it has to offer. And of course, when was it built? Well, construction started in the early 2000s into the 2010s, so still decently new, but not the newest on our list as we continue our countdown. Number 6 on the list comes in with Northstone. Now, Northstone is a beautiful community. Most of the homes in there are brick. I think they're stunning. And what it's known most for is the Northstone Country Club. Now, you don't have to be a member of the Northstone community to join, and you don't have to join if you're a part of the community. That's one of the beauties of most of the communities that do have golf courses is you're not required to join their golf club. Now, all of the dues vary with each of these different communities, and I can get you more detailed information on all of that, but I didn't want to make this video too long. So if you do have questions, drop it in the comments below and I'll get to that. But when it comes to this community, what I love about it is how spacious it is. Now, if you do join their country club, you can expect to have access to the fitness center, community pool, tennis facilities, basketball courts, and more. The nice thing about it is the proximity to Lake Norman as well as I-77, and it's very close to Vermillion, only a few minutes up the road. Some of the features that stand out with this particular community are the lush trees, multiple cul-de-sacs, which I truly enjoy in my own community, and a true sense of community among those that live in Northstone. So let's talk a little bit about the prices. As I mentioned, it has great proximity to the lake and to I-77, giving you about a 20 to 25 minute drive into uptown Charlotte. The other benefit to Northstone and why it stands out on my list is because it is an attainable community to get into. Priced from the mid 500s up into the 700s, not only are the homes usually completely renovated, but they have what I would consider good bones. What does that mean? They're solid construction, and even when they were starting construction in the 90s and early 2000s, which is the age range of this community, you could tell that it was a cut above of all the other communities in the area. So Northstone gets an A+ from me. Number 5 on our list is Beckett. Now, Beckett is a lesser known community, so let me tell you a little bit about it. Beckett is a very tranquil community. Now, this is an ideal community for those who love the outdoors, especially given the fact that it is so lush and green with very large lots for the homes. Now, it would be ideal for families with kiddos, couples, or young professionals, and honestly anywhere in between. But it's a very active community. And the HOA in the neighborhood does have events throughout the year, which truly fosters a sense of community. Now, in addition to that, it's really convenient to shops, restaurants, and activities outside of the community itself. So convenience is certainly key. The one big difference about this neighborhood when you're comparing it to one such as Skybrook or Northstone is that it's one of the smaller communities. The neighborhood only has about 180 homes, which to some might be too small, but to others might be just enough so you actually get to know your neighbors. Construction on the homes are absolutely stunning, and they were built between the late 2000s into the 2010s. Now, the price range on this one is a little more expensive than some of the others we've seen, starting in the mid 700s up to the upper 900s. But the size of home and the value that you truly get from this, especially with the large lots, is completely worth it. We're down into the top 4, and coming in at number 4 is Mirabella. One of the key unique features with regards to Mirabella is the size of home that you get for your dollar. That's right. They have some beautifully spacious homes that are available, and the lot sizes are also pretty exceptional. Mirabella also offers resort-style amenities. They're absolutely gorgeous, including pool, cabana, playground, and of course the clubhouse. In addition, it also is in an area where it has accessibility to greenways and walking trails, which if you're someone who likes to go out for a run or walk your dog or just go play with the kids, it's a perfect opportunity to go do so. I know for us, we take our little one out onto the greenway all the time, and we absolutely love it. Mostly he loves just seeing all the dogs on the greenway. You'd never know we have 3 in our own house. Anyway, now when we're talking about sense of community, this one certainly has it. There's a large gazebo on site and there's multiple events throughout the year to truly allow you to meet your neighbors. Well, the homes here were built in the mid-2010s into 2020s. And the prices, well, they're actually pretty competitive, ranging from the mid-700s to the upper 900s. Now, all in all, for everything you get, especially from the location to the amenities and more, the quality is there and the pricing is definitely below what you'd probably expect. We have made it to the top 3. Coming in at number 3 is Latta Springs. Now, Latta Springs gets its name from Latta Plantation. Latta Plantation sits just off of what technically is the Catawba River, or the runoff from Lake Norman into Mountain Island Lake. So this sits all the way on the left-hand side or west part of Huntersville. I personally love this area because it's not as built up as many other areas of Huntersville are. Now, when talking about towns, Huntersville is probably one of the median built up towns. It's not overly built or underbuilt. It has all the conveniences you can look for, but still has nature in mind, which I love because I love trees. So that being said, Latta Springs is as far out as you could pretty much get from I-77, and yet still it's only about a 7-minute drive to I-77. So that puts that a little bit into perspective. Now, Latta Springs backs up to the Latta Nature Preserve, meaning no one's gonna build on the nature preserve, so you're going to still have those lush forests behind it. In addition, because of this, it gives you a more rural feel when you're only about 5 minutes from the nearest Publix grocery store and dining. Now, in keeping, of course, with the preserve, you're going to notice that this community is probably one of the more lush when it comes to vegetation than any of the other communities that I've talked about so far. The community has walking trails, a lake, and swimming pools, all available for use by those who live there. They've also, again, made nature the center of their focus and offer beautiful picnic areas. So if you just want to go out and have a picnic with the family or by yourself, by the way, I love that. Just a little charcuterie, best way to go. This actually offers you the opportunity to do so. Latta Springs would be ideal for those that want to live a little bit farther away from the hustle and bustle and the beeping horns and the traffic, but still want all the conveniences and to be able to be in the middle of it in a few short minutes. Homes here were built in the mid-2000s into the 2010s, and the price range is between the mid-6s into the 800s. Now again, most of the neighborhoods we've talked about today have very similar home sizes, but what really sets them apart is going to be the designs of the models, as well as the lots and features of the neighborhoods themselves. And the age. Definitely the age. Coming in at number 2, that's right, just 2 more neighborhoods. Number 2, the Hamptons. Now, I'm not talking about the bougie Hamptons out on Long Island. To all my New Yorkers, no, that is not what I'm talking about. This is the affordable Hamptons. Now, this home, very similar to Northstone, consists of large brick homes. The difference here is that this community is surrounded by dense, lush green landscape, whereas Northstone is a little bit more open. Now, the Hamptons is definitely going to be an ideal community if you have young ones, and here is why. The amenities are amazing. Let's go through and talk a little bit about what they have to offer. 2 clubhouses, playgrounds, 2 sets of tennis courts, 2 swimming pools, and they have an actual community swim team for kids. I was a swimmer my entire life, and I know what it feels like to jump into that pool with all of your friends and win some medals. Well, actually, I didn't win any medals. I was a terrible swimmer, but my friends did. So, you know, still, teamwork. In addition to that, there are a ton of walking and biking trails where you can go out in the afternoon and have some fun. And it's ideal to be in proximity to Birkdale Village, which is a phenomenal luxury shopping center just to the east of Lake Norman. Basically right on Lake Norman. In addition to that, you are 20 minutes to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, just 20 minutes to Mooresville, probably less than that actually, 5 minutes to Lake Norman and some of the beautiful parks that are on Lake Norman. You don't need a boat to enjoy it, by the way. And you're about 25 minutes to Uptown Charlotte. Now, these homes were built in the late 1990s, which is why it's a more mature neighborhood and you have these lush green landscapes throughout. And from a price range perspective, you're looking at the mid-700s up to about $1 million. So it's still affordable, still doable, but you are going to feel transported when you go into this neighborhood. I absolutely love how gorgeous it is. It's mature, majestic, gorgeous, and convenient. Well, you've stuck around for the number 1. What is the top neighborhood in Huntersville that you need to be looking at? Number 1, Birkdale Village. Now, yes, you've probably seen my other video on Birkdale Village. If you haven't, go take a look. Now, they offer shopping from the big box stores such as Barnes & Noble, Victoria's Secret, and other larger brands. But they also have a lot, and I mean a lot, of adorable boutique shops. Everything from ice pops all the way to jewelry, and even custom dog collars. That's right, they've got everything. But one of the key differentiators between this shopping center and many of the others around Charlotte is they also offer community events, and you don't have to be a part of Birkdale Village to attend. So what kind of events am I talking about? Well, when they redesigned Birkdale Village, they redid the entire center outdoor shopping area, and they now have a little amphitheater, they have different little pop-ups, picnic benches, music, you name it. And they'll have concerts, movie nights, all kinds of things, so you can better get to know your neighbor in the community. Now, Birkdale Village is known as an upscale shopping experience. Of course, you've got restaurants, the boutiques, the cafes, townhomes, and condos, all in this multi-use area. It's really pretty. Go walk around. They also have a movie theater if you want to spend the day there and the evening. But let's talk a little bit about Birkdale Village as a neighborhood. The homes in Birkdale Village were built between the 1990s into the 2000s. And it's a great family neighborhood offering a plethora of outdoor activities, including an 18-hole golf course. So enough about the shopping, let's talk a little bit about Birkdale Village, the neighborhood itself. Now, Birkdale Village, the homes were built between the late 1990s into the 2000s, and it's a great family neighborhood offering plenty of indoor and outdoor activities. Now, one such outdoor activity is the Arnold Palmer 18-hole golf course that is right and smack in the center of Birkdale Village. Now, I will never claim to know a whole heck of a lot about golf. I know Arnold Palmer's a little bit of tea and a little bit of lemonade. That's about it. But what I can tell you is it is rated as one of the top 15 best golf courses in the Charlotte region. In addition to this, the neighborhood offers multiple clubhouses, tennis facilities, sand volleyball, and of course, a community pool. So there's plenty of outdoor activities that you can partake in. Now, aside from the many conveniences that come from being that close to Birkdale Village, the shopping center, you also have the conveniences of being 5 minutes to Lake Norman. That's right, there's actually a park on the south side of Lake Norman where you could either launch your boat, you can go fishing, you can play in the playground and more, and it's just 5 minutes from Birkdale Village. In addition to that, you also have easy access to Mooresville, Denver, and multiple interstates such as 77, 85, and 45, which everywhere in Huntersville has, I know, but you're still only about 25 minutes to uptown Charlotte. So not only is it convenient for everyday living, but if you do want to venture outside of Huntersville, which you probably will, you've got all of those conveniences as well. Now, prices for homes in Birkdale Village range from the upper 500s into the $1 million range. And that's, I know, a very large spread. The nice thing is you have a lot of options when it comes to size and finishes. This way you can stay within budget and still make Birkdale Village home. So I want to hear your opinion. Do you live here locally? What's your favorite neighborhood in Huntersville? And do you have questions? Do you want more specifics on these neighborhoods? Drop it in the comments below. I answer all of my comments and I'm here to help you in any way I can, including if you live here and you're ready to get your house priced, because these prices sounded pretty darn good. Now, as I mentioned, if you've gotten value from this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And I really do get calls, texts, emails, Zoom invites every single day from people just like you who are looking to sell their home or buy a home here in the Charlotte, North Carolina region and the upstate of South Carolina. So that's you. Drop down in the comments below. All of my contact information is there. And yes, it's really me on the other side texting you back. So please do, whether it's 9 days or 90 days, whether you're moving across the world, across the country, or just across town, I'm here to make your move everything you want it to be. Until next time, I look forward to showing you around town.